All right, and we
What
are
up? What up? What
live.
up? Yeah, this is she said he said. We changed the name just that quick. We're not even gonna start on the topic yet. One of our members has a story to tell, and I can't wait to hear it. So go ahead.
You don't want to. I thought you were going to give the topic first, so we know what we're
Well, you know
talking
what?
about.
Let me lay the foundation. To our audience, I was asking our member here, Shakira, a question that just came to mind. She was telling a story about, women being more comfortable with, complimenting, touching, and so on and so forth. So I gave my story, and I just wanted to actually get this on the record. But pretty much, I noticed that women are more comfortable with, like, hey, you got a nice butt or you got nice boobs to one another. But
Can
guys
we say
can't.
ass?
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I'm just
Ass.
saying it just sounds better when you say ass.
All right, yeah. I was trying to be PC, but it's all good. All right, yeah, they can say they got a nice ass, nice breasts, or whatever to one another, but I know it's socially like frowned upon if guys are complimenting each other. And I was saying, hey, I work out, I stay fit, and it's kind of strange if I'm somewhere.
Stop.
This guy making it funny. But it's like, okay, I feel kind of like, hey, a guy come to me like, hey, nice legs, nice butt. Like, what? Like, hold up, nah, wait a minute, wait a minute. But I will say, like, I my workout partners, like, when I was in Afghanistan, like, yeah, get that back, you're getting big, son, and all that. Yeah, I guess there's like different levels. But I just feel uncomfortable with it. And Shakira kind of was given a story that made me reveal this. But tell us your story that kind of had me start up.
Okay, so do you need me to recap about how my coworkers think my butt is really big in my work pants?
Yes.
Okay. So long story short, I'm 5'1". I'm like one.
Yes.
I'm around. I'm gonna say 125 ish.
Okay.
Okay. Shut up. I hate you. So I'm a little stacked, just a little bit,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Somebody
I can't
sounded
tell my
modest.
story. Okay, so when I wear my work pants, all my coworkers think that I have like a really big butt. And I don't think, me personally, I don't think it's that big. But when they look at it, I guess because I can't see it in my pants, so they just be like walking past me, like grabbing my butt and stuff at work. And it's like, it's so weird to me. They're like, oh my God, your butt looks really nice today. Or, oh my God, like you have a really nice butt. Like, oh my God, your butt is so big. And I'm like, why y'all being so gay? Like, I don't get it. I mean, I look at their butts too, but it's like I'm not walking past like grabbing it and stuff. So anyway, so what I was basically saying is that I think the level of comfort comes just like women are just more comfortable just being around women. I think men are more so looked at. I don't want to say sexual predators because that sounds kind of bad, but I don't know what else to say, so we're just gonna go with that. Um,
Yeah. It's like
so it's like I guess like for a
a
woman,
woman.
like
Uh,
when a man compliments a woman and be like, "Hey, nice ass," or something like that, or like, "Yo, she got a really nice butt." It's kind of like we get defensive because we feel like, oh, he's just looking at my ass. Because can I say the F word? I'm sorry, I don't want to curse
you can say
Hey,
whatever you
if I can't.
want.
Okay,
hey.
I didn't. I don't have no filter, so I just wanted to make sure because we didn't clear these rules.
Adults
Okay,
You can
so
say
only.
like,
whatever you want.
all right, I'm sorry, I had to make sure. Um, what was I saying? I had a brain fart.
It's
Yeah,
You
so
about to
when
say
guys
that?
compliment women and be like, "Oh, you got a nice ass," or like he might say something like Alex, you might be like, "Hey, Rob, like Shakira's got a nice ass," and like if I hear it, I might get a little, offended. Like, "Yo, don't talk about my ass,"
hmm
because
Huh?
I think it's more like when a man says it to a woman, it's kind of like, oh, he wants to fuck. So it is frowned upon. And that may not be the case. You might just really think she has a nice butt, but
hmm
that's how
Right.
it's looked at. And women tend to get more defensive. But if a woman says it, it's kind of like, 90% of women I think are bisexual, whether they know it or not.
Whoa.
What? How many?
They are. They
What
90%.
percentage?
90. 90.
If you can see Robert's face right now.
I can see his face, and I'm trying not to laugh. I had to
Yo,
turn
that's a,
away. I had to
you know
turn away
what?
from the camera. 90% of women, I think, are just bisexual, and they don't even know. Not saying like they would actually sleep with a woman,
Hmm.
but we always think that women are beautiful. We look at their bodies. Like when
Hmm.
a woman, when you go to a club, women look at other women.
Yeah,
So,
they
like the
do.
story
They
I
do.
started to tell is that I used to bartend in a strip club, and it was all women. So, we're walking around, we're in the locker room. I mean, women were literally like just spread eagle, getting waxed on the table, and it's like
What
we
the
were just,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, it was
I
like
want
that.
to come here.
You don't, but maybe one day
Oh,
when you come up here, I'll take you. Um,
yeah.
so I think we're just more comfortable being around women. Like just it's like, okay, I look at you, you look at me, oh it's titties and it's ass. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a vagina, no one cares. Like,
Hmm.
because you're not really gay. So it's like you don't get offended when a woman says, oh, you have a nice ass. You're like, really, girl? What? My butt is popping. Like, we get all like cutesy. Like, we don't think anything about it.
Hmm.
Um, Bartending in a strip club
Oh, you know what? Can
has
I interrupt for 1 second?
I want to throw yes, I'm about to throw out my disclaimer real quick, but go
Okay.
ahead. Yes.
Yeah, you were saying about a man complimenting a woman.
Mm.
You know, you do know by nature, just think of like the peacock, the bird, where once the feathers are out and everything, it's like, hey,
Stop
we're
looking at my
no,
bird.
no, I'm just saying, like,
I listen, no, because I know where you're going with this story, but Rob,
okay,
I don't think he knew.
you know what,
I'm sorry. Go
you
ahead.
know what, Rob
No,
is
go
like
ahead.
messing me up here, it's like by design, it's just in our nature to seek, to hunt, to
Yep.
go after, the opposite sex, but you do have instances where you know legitimately you got some folks. I'm like, damn, she got a nice setup. You know what I mean? Like some folks don't mean to be
Look at that
disrespectful.
ass.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
guy. But yeah, it's it's almost as if we're denying our nature to be attracted to say, hey, a woman's beautiful or admire her assets. And I guess society puts it in the head like, hey, women should be seen not just for their physical but their mental. And I think some folks are too sensitive. It's just me. I'm not trying to step on toes or
Yes.
anything, but folks just have to understand our nature as human beings, and to deny that is like, hey, we're not human. You know what I mean? So if a beautiful woman has a nice ass and a nice breast, Coke bottle waist or whatnot, why shouldn't we celebrate that? And why can't guys
I
salivate at that?
That's
I
right.
think what it is the way you deliver whatever it is you're saying. Like
Indeed,
Yeah.
if
true.
you compliment a woman and you're like, oh, she's really beautiful, or she's really pretty, or she has a nice body, or something like that, it doesn't
You
come
can't say
off
nothing
as
about a woman's
bad.
body.
The
You can say
problem
nothing
comes
about the body.
in, well, you have to generalize the body. You can't just say ass. Like you can't just be like, yo, you got a nice ass.
Like
Because
fried
that's,
ass.
women. I mean, me personally, I don't care. I'll say thank you and I'll keep walking. But, some women get, like I said, they get offended and then they start to get defensive because you feel like I'm trying to defend women, but I really can't because I think like a man. Um,
Oh, you read Steve Harvey's
because
book?
I'm trying to. No, I did not. Um,
Stupid.
I'm trying to kind of clear it up on the women's side, but
Yeah.
the problem is that my mind is like 80% man most of the time. So
That's
it's
why you got that
No,
it's a
I
mustache.
little bit
get you. I
harder for
get
me.
you. I
You know
get
what?
you.
Shut up. Oh my god. I don't have a mustache.
Nah,
Unbelievable.
but I feel where you coming from. Like me, I kind of, I found my own way of saying it without saying it. Like I will make a sound, not like a barking or nothing, but sometimes I just go, oh my, or just go,
Right. You're like,
like, but
yeah.
even that sometimes, what you looking at? And I'm like, yo, like you. Again, here's my thing.
But see,
You knew what
also
you was
on the
doing.
flip side, women know we know what we're doing. Like when
Yeah,
you walk
you know what you
outside,
Thank
do when
you.
you got dressed
Somebody
up
who
for
admitted
the
it.
you
day.
put on that maxi dress, and you put on either some really small panties or you wearing no panties because that's how you gotta do it sometimes.
Yes, yes,
And you
yes,
got your ass jiggling everywhere and your titties all propped
yes.
up. You know what you're doing.
Yep.
You know what you're
But get
doing.
mad when
That's
somebody.
like
It's
that
like
would be
Dave
like
Chappelle said,
that would be like
don't
me
if you don't want to be
coming
treated
out.
like a hooker, don't wear a hooker's outfit.
But
Exactly.
but on the flip side
But
with that,
you cannot get mad at men responding the way that they do. I mean, take it like for me, like with my modeling pictures.
hmm okay, but new.
In lingerie and thongs and things like that, and then tell a man, and then I post it on social media, but then tell men not to, look at me like that. Don't look at me. Don't
Yeah,
compliment my butt. Don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of ridiculous to say
yeah,
that.
yeah. I get what you're saying. It's like again that falls into the whole nature of human nature. Like if they see it as like, wow, that's something to admire. Why not?
But women do the same thing. Do you think? Okay, so listen. So when the whole thing about skinny sweats came out, I
Mhm,
mean, I love me some skinny sweats. Not like they tight like mine, but like some nice fitted sweats. I'm cool with that.
mhm,
But
Mm-hmm.
there's, you ever see the memes where, I mean, you guys probably didn't see it, but since I'm the only woman right now, I gotta speak for everybody.
mhm.
Um, we're workout pics and things like that. The guys be coming in wearing tights and whatever you work out in, little tight shorts and stuff. Do
Mhm.
you think we are not looking at asses and dick prints? Because that's what we do. We just don't say it, but we do it.
Now you see,
We do it
guys,
all the time.
we
I
as
do it
men are
all the
stupid.
time.
Yeah,
I come across thousands of people a day in the airport, and I probably stare at every man's crotch that comes through. Not only because
that's what I'm
one,
talking
it's my
about.
job. It's my job, number one, and
Mhm.
number two, it's just because it's there. It's just there.
You know
If
what?
my job is to
Yeah.
stare at you, I'm looking at your dick print. I am. I want to see if there's a print. I do.
Now I have to give
Women
you a
just
lot of
aren't as
respect.
expressive.
Yeah,
We're not as verbal.
no, no,
Women aren't as verbal about it, but we all think the same thing. We are all sexual creatures. We all are attracted to the same shit. It's
yes.
just that women are not verbal about it. We tell our
Mhm.
girlfriends like, "Oh, girl, look, you see what's up in here?"
Yes.
But
Yes,
you got
I
some
see it.
folks that are raised by the prude mentality, like, oh, you have to be a lady, you shouldn't think like this, shouldn't act like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Exactly.
and that's where that mentality seems to come from, and especially
Okay, listen, and
yeah.
I don't mean any disrespect to anybody's mom or grandma, but if your say grandma, it's like, oh, your grandma probably popped out. My grandma popped out 7 kids. So,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a Jehovah's Witness.
Hmm.
I'm not. I love my grandma dearly with all my heart, but for you to sit and tell me, oh, you shouldn't do that because it's not Christian like, or it's no, just don't do that. It's bad, or it's frowned upon. You have 7 kids. So that obviously means that you was, out here. I can't really say that about my grandma, but you was
I
out
get you.
here.
We know
Sorry, but
we know where
you
you're
were out
going.
here sucking. You were sucking and fucking. You got 7 kids.
Well,
So
hey,
you're not going to tell me not to do the same thing that you just did, 20 years ago or 30 years ago or however many years ago. You know what I'm saying? You cannot tell me about the things that I shouldn't do or
mhm,
say when you did them.
yeah.
I only got 2 kids. You popped out 7.
And you know what? That a topic for another day. Like folks that families, the family dynamics have shrunk. You have from the islands where I come from, you have like 16 kids. Now it's like shrinking and shrinking and shrinking.
Yep.
But they were getting busy back then. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one of my
Popping off, though.
yeah, crazy. But with that, Rob, do you want to wrap this segment up or what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a battle. When the women whole complimenting women thing is more of an empowerment thing, and most women, like you said, won't take offense because probably anybody who grew up with their mother or stuff was probably around their mom, and their mom was the first one to start talking to them like that, so they're used to it.
Hmm.
My dad didn't talk to me like that. Like he was like, "Oh, you look good today, son," something like that, or "Go brush your teeth." That's it. He's not gonna say, "Oh, look at your biceps." Like that's just weird.
Yeah.
Coming from a male perspective. And I think, whatever lifestyle you choose, that's the lifestyle you choose. But I just think a homosexual male is looked at way different than a homosexual female, and I just feel like a homosexual female tends to come off less offensive. So when women do give other women compliments, they're not really thinking about it, not really offended. It's like, girl, whatever. But dudes, we're like quick to like, ho, I ain't no punk, yo. Don't be looking at me like that. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to the masculine. It goes back to the masculinity thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever want to be looked at, as not being masculine or being the alpha male or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like compliments should always be respectful. Regardless of regardless of being the same sex or the opposite sex, because, think about it. That's somebody's sister, mother, aunt, cousin. You know what I mean? Do you want someone to talk to your family member like that?
I'm sorry, can I just say something real quick? Because my mom,
of course.
I'm 31. Okay, me and my mom have the same birthday. So I'll be 32, my mom will be 56. My mom still twerks. I just want to put that out there.
Still what?
Mom, she be twerking.
What?
She about that life. My mom, listen, my mom is like my party partner. Like, I take my mom everywhere.
Wow, that's
everywhere.
What's up.
Like, she's so decent.
All right.
So I don't even think it's about how you were raised, because I think it's just something you grow into as you get older.
Okay.
That's true too.
You just learn your own way. And it's about the people, whatever you did in life, the people you hung around, the jobs you worked, the friends you had, what you and your sisters are doing. It's like, it's just society. Like, things are changing. Like, there was a point in time where even a woman looking at another woman like that was still frowned upon.
Yeah.
Because homosexuality just wasn't as open as it is now. Like, now it's like, oh, like, it was just gay pride weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
It's really open, and everyone's kind of, even men, it's very open, and people are becoming more comfortable with the fact that, like I said, 90% of people are just gay and don't even know it. You're just like, you're just a little gay. I'm sorry. You are. Because everybody, I don't care who you are, man, woman, maybe not y'all, but everybody has looked at somebody. Like, I have looked at a woman like, yo, she's bad. And a guy has looked at a man and said, it might have been something he had on. Like, yo, that's a really nice shirt. Or, yo, his suit's really nice. Or his haircut looks sharp. It's something. But you thought it. And I don't think you never. So Bob, no, because what I'm saying is not, see how you're reacting, not in a like homosexual kind of way, but if you were out somewhere and like somebody had something nice on, and you might not have said it to him, but you might have thought to yourself like, yo, that's a really nice sweater he got on, or
I might want to cop that, or
some really nice shoes or something like that. It's still a compliment. It's just not as sexual.
Yeah.
So for a man to say, I don't compliment other men, like, that's a bunch of bullshit, because you do.
It depends. It's like varying degrees, and you know what? You put it into perspective, because I'm like, oh, okay. What you said, I would say 100% of mankind has done that. Like, hey, I like that suit. Maybe I can go rock that suit, or try to get myself in shape to fit into a certain type of a look. You know what I mean? So
right.
That's a good way to put it into perspective. Much respect to that. Much respect. So Rob, what you got for us before I guess we close this set out?
I'm sorry, she kind of blew my mind with those last few statements. I'm still kind of taking.
You know what? This show's gonna be. You know what? Much respect to you. Brutally honest, I love it. That's. I wish more people.
I love it.
Were like that. So it's good stuff. So hey, Rob, you gonna close it up or what?
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. That was hilarious. Like, comment, subscribe, email us, ask us questions. We'll have a question and answer section added once we start getting a bit more fan base and people start watching. And we will catch you next time on She Said, He Said. Peace.
Peace.